Hi there, my name's Rene and this is my assistant Adi. We're going to be showing you how to make some simple woodworking projects at home.
So the first project that Adi's going to be working on is to show you how to make a Jenga game out of simple materials. This is 1x2 fir or pine, which you can get at the store, and the white is called finger joint, which is a different type of wood, but any lumberyard will have that. So before Adi gets started, I'm just going to talk very briefly about safety. Now this little booklet, Heads Up for Safety, is available on the BCTEA website, but for now, I'm going to get Adi to put on her safety glasses, and we're going to take a quick look at really the only tool that we're going to be using that we need to be a bit concerned about. And that is this back saw. The saw that we're going to be using obviously is very sharp. And the most important thing there is to keep your fingers away from the cutting edge as you're working with it. So the first thing that we're going to do is take a look at some of the other tools that we're going to be working with, and the first one will be a tape measure. So most households have a tape measure. If you don't, it's perfectly fine to use a ruler. The only thing to be mindful of with the tape measure is that the edges are sharp, so if you're running it open and close, don't run it through your fingers. Okay. The other tool that we're going to be using is called a speed square. If you don't have a speed square, you can also use a combination square. And if you don't have that, then you can just go back to using your ruler. Adi's going to mark the piece of wood at 4.5 inches and at 9 inches. Next step is Adi's going to take the speed square and make those marks so that they're nice and straight all the way across. If you have access to what's called a miter box, and you can get these at Rona or Home Depot, they cost about $20, and they come with the saw. If you don't have that, we'll show you what you can do at home as long as you have some kind of handsaw. So Adi, go ahead and put that piece into the miter box. Line it up with the 90-degree groove, and we'll cut our first piece. So Adi's cutting through the first piece here, and you'll notice that the saw does bounce a little bit, and it does take a little bit of getting used to, and that's fine. Just making sure that your fingers are well away from the blade. Oh, there we go. So Adi's marking her next piece, and she's going to do. She's going to take her other two pieces, lining them up exactly with those. This is just going to make it go that much faster. She lines them all up nicely, and take the speed square, and then this way she can mark all 3, and she'll be getting 9 pieces marked all at once. Now that Adi has finished cutting her pieces, she's taking a little bit of sandpaper. You can see it's 120 grit sandpaper with a little sanding block, and she is just rounding the edges a little bit, taking off any rough bits, and that way the Jenga pieces will slide nicely when they're all done.